This segment is sponsored by Real Services. Real Services of Northern Indiana is dedicated to supporting the elderly in our community. They have a wonderful celebration to honor others who advocate for them with the Age of Excellence Awards. Karla is here to share more. Good morning, Karla, and welcome to Hometown Living.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
So tell me a little bit about Real Services.
Sure. Well, one of the things I love about Real Services is it started with a group of folks who saw a need in our community and then decided to meet that need. And so Real Services, which was originally Resources for Enriching Adult Lives, started in 1966. Through the years, our mission has expanded, always with an attention to meeting the needs in the community. So we focus on dignity, independence, and helping individuals achieve financial stability. So we do serve older adults. It's one of our biggest programs as an area agency on aging, but we're also the community action agency for the Northern Indiana region. And so in that aspect, we serve folks that are experiencing financial instability and need some help and support to move beyond that in a meaningful way. And we also have ALSNI, Alzheimer's and Dementia Services of Northern Indiana, as well as some other programs that just always are focused on what are the needs in the community. We just opened a senior center last week. The opening day is tomorrow. And so that's our goal. We see a need in the community and we try to meet it in a meaningful way.
Why is it so important for the services that you provide?
I think some of it you think of nonprofits in particular is there's usually a need that's going unmet. We're a unique organization in that we are a mandated, meaning we're the only ones who can do this work in terms of being an area agency on aging and a community action. And so we have very specific charge in that respect. For older adults, we have to develop a plan and understand the needs of older adults in our community and either provide those services directly or work within our community to see that those needs are met, whether we're providing that services or someone else in the community. Same thing on the community action side. Throughout our region, we do some programs directly, others we give grants to others for them to do it. We're even allowed to start programs when we see a need that no one else is meeting.
Well, and I love it that it's all about making sure that the elderly individual can live independent.
Most definitely.
I think that that's so important. I think that that is a fear. Do you agree?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, we know that 80% of people over the age of 60, if you ask them where they want to age, they say, I want to age in place. I want to age in my home or my family's home. And so we also know from a community standpoint, that's better for the community to have our seniors in the community. Same thing on our community action side. People don't want to be in a situation where they're going, minute by minute in terms of how they're going to get their needs met. And so through the programs that we provide, we help empower them, provide them resources when needed, like our energy assistance program, but then also do what we call family development, where we work with them to say, okay, let's talk about your budget. Let's talk about other ways that you can pursue independence and achieve that, and therefore decrease your dependency on programs in the community.
I love that. And you have an event coming up, Age of Excellence.
A big event.
Tell me about that.
29th year.
Wow.
Next year will be our 30th anniversary of Age of Excellence, but it'll also be our 60th anniversary of Real Services. So this year it's kind of neat because we're going to do a panel discussion at this event that is on May 8th at 11:30. We'll be at the Century Center. And we have Kyle Bossing from Senior One Care. He and his family that started Senior One Care have a really neat story about seeing a need and meeting that need in the community, using the skills that they have. Then we also have Tina Patton, who is a caregiver, has been for a number of years, but also just a professional woman in the community. And she's going to be with us, as well as advocate Gladys Mohammed, talking about the importance of community action in terms of volunteering and advocacy and being involved and engaged in your community.
And who are your honorees this year?
Well, that is yet to be revealed.
Oh,
ooh, it's a big surprise, yes. So we're going to be announcing those probably in the next week or two. We've been accepting nominations. We do a volunteer of the year, a caregiver of the year, a professional of the year, as well as sort of a change agent of the year. So we have about 5 or 6 awards. We've been accepting the nominations, and so this week we'll be finalizing those and then releasing that information so people know who we're going to honor. What's
the favorite part of your job?
I say it's choosing the holidays for the staff every year, but that's probably not the answer you're looking for. But it's one of the things I really like. But it kind of illustrates the fact that, my job is a small part of what our agency does, And what I really enjoy is seeing the work that our staff do and seeing the engagement. You know, just coming in here today with your executive producer, like, my mom gets services from you. My dad gets services from you. And that's what's important. That's how I became engaged with this type of work when my mom had a stroke. And so I really enjoy seeing people get excited. Last week at our senior center opening, it was shoulder to shoulder, and people said, "We've been waiting for someone to do this." And so that's what excites me, is seeing the change, seeing people really being successful, and then sharing that information with others. And it's a meaningful work. It's challenging work at times, but I just really enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for all that you do for our community.
But thank you.
If you would like to learn more about Real Services or the Age of Excellence, just head over to realservices.org/excellence, and don't forget to follow them on Facebook.